Hi everyone, I am going to show you some leg stretches. So I have already ridden my horse. As I said in the write-up for the leg stretches, I personally prefer to do these after we have worked out because the muscles are nice and warm. The leg stretches tend to be more static, which means that it's something that is being held versus it's the difference between like if I'm stretching my quad, right, and just holding versus if I'm doing like leg kicks or butt kicks, right? It's still the same concept. I'm still getting into that quad doing these butt kicks, but it's a more active stretch and it's a great way to warm up muscles. And now whenever you're really looking at, I read articles on human health in addition to horse health. And, you know, a lot of fitness people, and trainers really recommend more active stretches prior to warming up or prior to working out, and then doing your more static stretches after you worked out. The reason being is when we're holding a static stretch with a cold muscle, it can actually do a little bit of damage where we get these very minute, very small tears in the muscle and just these little lesions. Whereas if you're doing the static stretch with a warm muscle, it's already warmed up, it's already limbered up, meaning that it's ready to go ahead and do that static stretch. So with that being said, we've already done our workout and I'm gonna do a multiple point purpose with this. Sorry, I lost my words for a second. So I'm cleaning his hoof, but then I'm just gonna go ahead and do some stretches. So the first is to get into the pecs. You can hold just above the hoof and you can hold the knee and just pull back. It is a small stretch. You're not gonna get very far. You can see that I'm only going so far. You're not fighting the horse, but you're just stretching out that chest by pulling that knee back. Now, the next thing you can do to help stretch out through the shoulder, Timmy, sorry, my sheet is not moving. There we go. Okay, Timmy, come on, Timmy. Okay, here we go. I'm just pulling straight back. Ooh, he put some good weight into that. And this is a good stretch. Oh, he's still stretching. That feels good for him. And then once he's kind of done and he's like, okay, I'm good, you can slowly bring that front leg across his center line. Oh, and that was a good stretch. You just put some pressure into that. And I'm gonna come back into the center or straight ahead. Oh, good boy. And now I'm just gonna go back over here and then he's done. Okay, and so this is, that front leg stretch is great. It stretches out basically this entire area and it's a great way for them to just stay limber after you've worked them out. It's just an excellent way to help maintain horse muscle health. So next we're gonna go into the hind end. And actually let me put you over here where you can't see my horse. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna angle this a little bit. This is a little bit of a different stretch. That's why I wanna make sure I get this captured really well. So again, I'm gonna pick up his hind leg, take the opportunity. I'm already setting up for it because I'm bringing my leg underneath the fetlock, much like a farrier would. I'm going to go ahead and clean out his hoof. His leg is already set up for me to do this stretch. And all I'm going to do is just lean forward and just help him stretch out that hind leg. This is getting into the stifle, the gaskin, back behind me. It's a nice static stretch. And the more he relaxes, the more I can slowly shift my weight forward. I can feel a little bit of resistance. So it's a very minute, soft movement. Okay, let me move my sheet again. Okay, next, I'm gonna just bring it up, okay? And I'm just going to hold this leg and pull it as far forward as he'll let me. And I just stretch, and this is really getting into the hamstrings. This is a great stretch for the hamstrings, the glutes. And like the front leg, you can cross the hind leg over the center line to help get, oh, there, he set it down really nice. But that stretch really helps to get all through in here, all up into here. Just really helps stretch out the muscles through the entire dorsal chain. And it's a great stretch to do with your horse after they've worked out, because again, much like humans, after a workout, horses need to stretch out those muscles. They need to cool down. And I often teach these stretches to my clients because it's a great way to just help support muscle health in between massages. So now we're going to go ahead and flip to the other side, and you're just going to have a little bit of a different angle, I think. Make sure you can see. That will work. Okay, I know you're almost ready for treats. I know you're being a good boy. So again, we're just picking up this foot. May as well clean it, lying out here. Okay. Again, I can just hold the knee, hold right above the hoof, and just shift this knee back. And this is really going to help to stretch out the forearm, the chest, into the pecs. We don't do this one a whole lot because, in all honesty, he doesn't typically have issues through his chest and his forearms. And now I'm just going to swing this back up front so you can see. Oh. And anytime you see that foot, that leg, that knee maybe you see pushing down, that is him. That is not me. This feels good. So I'm just providing him the opportunity to be able to help self-stretch. Oh, there you go. And then I'm gonna cross over the center line to help get those trapezius muscles. In the winter, I really notice a lot of sore trapezius muscles, and he keeps pushing his weight into it to help him stretch himself out. Oh, good boy. And then I'm just gonna swing back over, make sure we got into that. Good boy. And then just release. Okay. And then last, we will get that final hind leg. See what you see. Turn on the right leg. Had a moment there. The cold must be getting to my brain. Okay, so cleaning his feet out. And again, it's automatic for me. I already put my knee or the fetlock on top of my knee. It's more on the inside of my thigh. This is kind of a crazy angle because I see my head coming out of his butt. It's a little strange, but hey, whatever. Now this is his sore leg, so he's fighting me a little bit on this one. He wants to jerk back a little bit. I'm not letting him though. Again, I'm just holding it up. And quick tip, I found this, I feel like a farrier taught me this. When your horse starts jerking his foot, curl his toe up. It's harder for him, but I'm just keeping it steady on my leg. I'm just being consistent with it until he relaxes into the stretch. Stretching is hard. You know, like I'm extremely tight in my hamstrings. So doing like a downward fold kind of stretch for me to reach my toes is pain. And I have to take it gentle and easy, and it's the same with these guys. They'll tell you how far they can go. And that's where you start. You don't need to push it. You don't need to force it with them. Good boy. they'll let you know what they can do. And then what you will start to see after you do these leg stretches enough, you will start to see that their ability to stretch will grow. So when I first started doing these leg stretches with Brady, honest to God, his back legs maybe could come forward a couple of inches. I mean, that is the truth. And now he's almost reaching up and can come up almost directly behind his front legs. We've been doing these stretches for a good year. So it takes a while to build it up, but it is worth it. And it is a great way to help maintain muscle health for them, which is critical to their overall care. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye, everyone.